Hi guys, this is John. Name of my channel is 100% Mindset, and I want to do a video today about a saying that I hear, in self-development and videos and, like Instagram posts, whatever. It's basically double your rate of failure, okay? And I always, wasn't sure what that meant, and we're gonna get into it in this video. I'm quite clear on it now. Check it out. Hello, yeah, so before we get started, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like, comment below if you got anything to say about double your rate of failure. Okay, so guys, the reason why I'm laughing is because I'm going through this journey with you guys, all right? I'm going into this self-development field, like, diving in, man. I'm reading the books, I'm watching the videos myself, I'm trying to add clarity to some of these ideas that I was like, what? Well, why would I want to fail? Why would, that fail? It was like, I don't want to risk my money, or I don't want to fail at Amazon, or I don't want to fail at relationships or fail at work. So why would I double my rate of failure to succeed? All right, and I got some notes on the subject, so I guess the last video seemed to work out, and I'm gonna go through this and then I'll talk about it a little bit more. But anyways, it's the video today is called Double Your Rate of Failure, and we're doing that in the concept of how to be successful. People say, there's a saying, to be successful, what you need to do is go out and double your rate of failure. That means taking massive action, guys, okay? You're not gonna do anything thinking about it or reading books, or if you're not applying this. So you gotta 10x your activity level, and hopefully that will double your rate of failure, okay? Because the more you fail, actually, Napoleon Hill says in every failure and every defeat, there's always a seed of what's going to help us win in the future. There's always a seed or a hint of what we could do better and how we could reframe it and actually eventually win. So double your rate of failure, guys. Don't be afraid to fail. Fail forward, fail often. Let's get it on. Let's 10x this action game, like Grant Cardone would say. Why are we 10xing our activity level? Because look, we want to run from the 98%. The 98% is not doing anything, man. They're watching football, they're drinking micro beers, they're going to Vegas. Run from the 98%. They don't want to fail. They just want to have a car payment, a new wardrobe, scroll on the phone, have a job, yada yada. Okay, we don't want that, man. So to be successful or a high performance person, we need to be incredibly active, man. Your mental capacity has to be in top form. Know when to speak, know when to shut up, Don't add something if it's untrue or unkind, or, you can always add a word. You can't necessarily take one away. So, high performers don't say much. So try new things, try and learn. And try some more. As Jim Rohn famously said, and it's in a lot of his speeches he give the big groups, is that his first speech, he got up to give it. He got up to speak. He was all prepared. He said his mind sat back down. It was embarrassing. Basically, he said nothing. He made a fool out of himself. But he goes, you know what I did? I got up and I did it again. And then I got up and I did it some more. And I did it again, and then I did it again. What he's saying is that you're not gonna come right out of the gate great. He failed a lot to get to that point, to pinpoint these emotions and more expressive words and better communication skills, and how to connect his stories and his life lessons to enrich the audience and to entice the listener to want to hear more and want to pay money to go to his seminars. So all small failures are temporary, okay? When you double your rate of failure, you know that the pain or small failures are just a bump in the road, okay? it sows a seed for grit and self-reliance, and being able to make money despite the fact, and practice huge amounts of PMA, positive mental attitude, and seeing the big picture. The big picture is the check at the end of the month is going to be like $1,000, okay? Added to my bank account. Why am I going to worry today about $1, $1.50, 50 cents? And I'm worried about it, but the big picture says I'm winning in the stock market. The big picture says these products are selling. How blessed am I? You have to be like that. Okay, small failures are temporary, and it's all necessary to become great, or you're gonna just become nothing. You can watch the UFC, you can watch football all day from 10 to whatever, watch all 4 games, go on vacation, go in debt. It's all necessary to become great. Failing slightly or failing in the beginning, knowing this and being part of your mindset to improve. As I said, Jim Rohn, he became one of the best self-development teachers of all time, and he wouldn't have been able to do that without some bumps in the road, without some failures. He definitely doubled his rate of failure to get where he was. All right, important aspects are failing forward. Like I said, if you learn from it, it's priceless. Then you don't have to do it again. You could actually make a course or a video. You could give somebody advice on it. Hey, you don't have to do this because I already figured it out. I already failed at doing it that way, okay? This is all part of self-development, important to be self-aware, and I would say part of your emotional intelligence is to know that you're in charge of your own destiny. You don't care what the neighbors are doing. You don't care what the 98% are doing. You're on this path to where failure only makes you stronger, only makes you better, only makes you grow. Okay? And also stopping the ego. Your ego may be halting your progress, folks. Okay, you have to be self-aware. I suggest you buy some books on Amazon on emotional IQ, emotional intelligence, the emotional quotient, it's very important, to know that your ego is just there to trip you up, it's no big deal to fail. What matters is that you try, is that you keep trying, is that you keep going, and you never quit, okay? And I think sports and coaches and a good teacher when you're young can build this into you. But a lot of times you don't have this because your parents really don't know what they're doing. So realizing emotional intelligence is more important than you think. It's more important than IQ, okay? It's more important than being, SAT scores and IQ scores are street smarts and self-awareness and emotional EQ. And this is important for, failing forward and doubling your rate of failure, because any self-aware person knows that you're constantly working on this, you're constantly learning. And I'm not talking about college courses or books. I'm talking about books like improving your emotional intelligence, books about improving your emotional awareness, and then furthermore on that, books that might help you sell on Amazon, books that are financially, keep you financially fit and put your head in the game to where, you're not going to just do your 401k or your Roth IRA. There's more creative ways, as in real estate and stocks, opening your own brokerage account, picking your own stocks. This all is not taught in school, so this helps you learn and grow and double your rate of failure. You learn about these things. You learn about stocks. Like I've learned that it's really not a priority for me to get stocks that aren't dividend payers. Okay, I have 2 that are actually up, so I'll keep them. But it's Amazon.com, they don't pay a dividend, and Alphabet. Google, Google, YouTube, blah, 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 Chrome, all that stuff is under the Alphabet stock ticker. But these stocks have more than doubled. Amazon's tripled, so I'm gonna keep them, but I'm not doing that again. I'm only interested in dividend pairs. In a down economy, folks, the dividends come in most of the time religiously, relentlessly, on time, on a schedule, buying me more small shares of that stock because I'm reinvesting the dividend. Anyways, so yeah, as I said, you can buy these books on Amazon for like $10. Emotional EQ, self-awareness books, anything to improve your self-development. It's part of doubling your rate of failure because you've got a lot to learn. That you're like the guy at work. He's not buying any books, man, or he's buying like fantasy novels, or not fantasy novels, but fiction books, or things that aren't helping him educate his mind further and his vocabulary, and trying to be more like the 2%, trying to break out of the 9-to-5 rat race. So if you're doubling your rate of failure to reach your goals, you're an action taker, man. You're not a passive person in the realm of life who just like talks about, I'm gonna go to school, or I'm gonna get this loan for this new car, or I'm gonna buy a house, or not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think if you double your rate of failure and you're getting away from the 98%, the sky is the limit. People don't understand. Oh, I make $20 an hour. It's not about that, okay? Even the doctor, whatever he makes an hour, it's about the guy that has the performance-based job, about the doctor who's paid on the amount of surgeries he does, or amount of maybe the amount of patents he holds on something he innovated. It's about the sales guy that the sky's the limit for the week, because he can sell, he can go out, and his salary is performance based, just like mine is with my products. I can up the advertising, I can add new products, and I'm failing on some and I'm winning on most. So I'm doubling my rate of failure to see what works, see what doesn't. I want you to do the same. I hope this video finds you well.